Hi everyone, it's been a while. And now look, I know I said I was going to do another band in between Weird Al and Blackfield, but due to things like this, and this, I've been pretty distracted lately. But after about a month, let's talk about System. So I've been going pretty hard on these guys since they randomly dropped two songs after 15 years after saying, we're never doing new music, ever, stop asking about it, but dropped two songs, so I've been pretty addicted to them since then, and today, let's see how all five of their albums stack up. It's such a cute little discography. And before we begin, I just want to say, unlike previous artists I've done in the past, where if you had, say, my last place and your number one spot, like if you had Killers as number one or Saint Anger as number one, I'd just give you like a weird look, like, why? Why do you have that at number one? But with System, all five of these albums are damn good. So like, if you have any of these albums at number one, I completely understand why, because they're great records. So with that in mind, this list was sort of hard to do, even though there's only five, but these five albums are strong as fuck, man. But let's get into it. In last place for me is Steal This Album. A great record with excellent tracks like Chicken Stew, which pops in my head every time I hear the word pizza. You got Mr. Jack, you got Boom, you got I-A-I-A-I-O, you got Intervision, you got Roulette, and Streamline. But then there's a lot of tracks that are pretty far out there, like 36 and Pictures, which, yes, being far out there and weird is what System kind of is, but this one just has a lot of those. And while I like that side of them, I definitely prefer the more melodic side of System. Look, man, I know so many System fans have their first album at number one, and believe me, I get it. You know, there's barely any weak tracks at all, and with songs like Sweet Pea, No, Sugar, Suggestions, Spiders, and War, yeah, this is System of a Down at their most raw and brutal. But honestly, as of now, going through this thing from front to back, it's kind of a bit much. It just kind of wears me out because it's just so just in your face. It's just beating the shit out of you at every second of this 40 or so minute album. But goddamn, does it have some great tracks, like I mentioned earlier. Alright, so the last one, Hypnotize. This was going to be at number 4 while I was listening to it, because while it starts decent, like Attack and Hypnotize, but I gotta tell you, the song that pushed this over the first one, you want to take a guess what it is? Now go ahead and leave in the comments what you think is the best song on this album that elevated it above the first album. I'll wait. It's Holy Mountains, by the way. My lord, Holy Mountains? More like, holy shit, this is a good-ass song. I mean, from that haunting intro, that super intense chorus, screaming liar and killer and whatever else he says, to that intense breakdown. God damn, this is a good-ass song. And starting from Holy Mountains, the whole rest of this album just kicks so much ass. It leads right into Vicinity of Obscenity, which, let me tell you, when I first heard this song, I hated it. I absolutely despised it. I was like, what is this shit I'm listening to? But now it's like, this song captures System. This is the most System of a Down song they've ever written. It's wacky, it's great, it's catchy, it's heavy. It's just all these things rolled into like a 2-minute song. Busts into She's Like Heroin, finishes off with A Lonely Day and Soldier Side, which are super emotional. The last half of this album is flawless. But if the last half of Hypnotize is flawless, then almost the entirety of Mesmerize is flawless. The only tracks I can't fully dig are Sad Statue and Lost in Hollywood. Everything else, damn. Like, you got your intro track, then BYOB. Enough said. Revenja, with its very fast-paced verses and weird ride pattern on the chorus. Cigaro with its excellent lyrics, Radio Video has a nice cleaner break. This Cocaine is basically this album's version of Vicinity. Violent Pornography, again, for its incredible lyrics. Question is just kick-ass. And then you have possibly the most underrated System of a Down song ever. Old School Hollywood. That goddamn riff and the synth things that keep, going up all throughout the song. It's just fucking kick-ass. Which leads us into the most predictable number one pick ever. If the last half of Hypnotized is flawless, and almost all of Mesmerize is flawless, Toxicity is where we reach perfection. This is a flawless record. There is not one song on here, out of all 14 of them, that I like any less than the others. It also just so happens to be one of the only few albums that I can play on these guys in full without getting bored. I know it's kind of a cliche to have Toxicity at number one, but dude, I just can't help it. Considering this is in my top 10 favorite albums of all time, and I have heard a lot of albums, it shouldn't come as any surprise that this bad boy comes in at number one. So be sure to fire your lists in the comments below, because on this rare occasion, none of you are wrong. And be sure to stay tuned to the next one, which will be Blackfield. As soon as it shows up, it's coming overseas, so I get it, but come on, man, I just want to fucking do this shit already. So, till then, take care, everyone.